Hi everyone, this is Simar here, and today I want to talk about metabolism and how you can increase your metabolism. So let's start by talking about what is metabolism. So the food, calories that you eat get converted into energy by your body during metabolism, right? So your metabolism is what controls your body's ability to produce energy from fat, sugar, protein, and also it controls how that energy is stored. Metabolism determines how many calories you can burn while you're at rest, and those with a faster metabolic rate are able to consume larger amounts of food without ever gaining weight, right? People that have slower metabolism tend to gain weight if they consume large quantities of food. Now let's talk about some signs of a slow metabolism. So if you have slow metabolism, you might have unexplained weight gain or have really strong sugar and carb cravings. It can get really difficult to lose weight. You might feel sluggish. You might always feel sort of tired and just washed out, drained of energy. If you experience one of these symptoms, then you probably have a slow metabolism. So how can you boost your metabolism? Well, luckily, there are a couple of different ways that you can actually increase your metabolism. So number one is eat more protein. The thing is that you burn more calories when you're digesting protein. So when you start having more protein, your metabolism increases. Another one is sleep. Sleep is so important. And a lack of sleep can cause your body to slow your metabolism to conserve energy. Just think, like there are days when you haven't slept well. How do you feel? How does that make you feel? Right? We all feel so drained of energy, and our body needs sleep to repair itself. So sleep is extremely important, and if you haven't had enough, then your body has to conserve that energy. So what you should do every day is actually aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. If you need more tips on sleep, then check out the episode that I did with Joanna Corp, where I interviewed her about sleep, and there are such amazing and simple strategies that we talked about in that episode, so definitely check those out. The next one is exercise. So exercise is literally one of the fastest and easiest ways to reset your metabolism. It's because when you're exercising, when you start to really, especially strength training, when you start to do strength training, you start to put on more muscle mass, right? What happens is your muscles are metabolic tissue. So they consume 8 times more calories than fat cells. So naturally, when you start to have more muscle mass in your body, your metabolism increases. Your body starts to really use up the calories that you're eating much, much faster, and you can have a lot more energy, a lot more strength. So it's absolutely amazing. Next is managing stress, right? So being stressed out actually causes hormonal imbalance that can trigger your body into holding on to more fat instead of burning it for energy. So that is really important that we find different strategies to actually manage our stress. Personally, I find that yoga breath work is just absolutely phenomenal. And you can actually join us in one of our yoga classes to learn different kinds of breath work. I actually teach specific breath work that helps you bring down anxiety and your stress levels pretty quickly. It's incredible how that works. And I'll put a link in the show notes for our yoga classes so you can check those out. But managing stress is extremely important. And the next thing is probiotics. So our gut health. Our gut health is so important for our metabolism. All right, anytime there are issues in the gut, it can completely throw you off. Like it can absolutely impact your whole system, your hormonal system, your mental health, your mood, energy levels, and your metabolism. So there are studies that show that probiotics can actually cause a positive metabolic change in the body, which is so great because we actually do need all of that good bacteria. So make sure that you are adding some really good sources of probiotic in your daily regime, and if needed, you can also add a high quality supplement. And then the next thing is vitamins and minerals. So several minerals like magnesium, zinc, iron, selenium, copper, and iodine especially are essential parts of many enzymes in the body that are involved with metabolism. So if you are even a little bit deficient in any of these minerals, then there are chances that your body is not going to be able to perform these functions properly. So part of getting all of the vitamins and minerals that you need is to actually eat real foods. Eat lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, because that's where you get all of your vitamins, your minerals, right? And then what I always recommend people is to actually supplement your diet with a high quality multivitamin, multimineral supplement, right? Because the truth is that right now, in this day and age, and the way that we're living, our environment, it's almost impossible for us to get all of the nutrition that our body needs to perform optimally, right? The truth is that if you look at the farming practices, the crop rotation is not there anymore. The food is being mass produced, right? All of the vegetables and fruit is being produced in huge quantities. And what's happened, and there is research on this, right? You can actually go and check this online. What's happened is that they did like an Earth Summit and they found out that the soil in all of the different continents is highly depleted. Back in my grandmother's time, say for example, the soil was so full of nutrition, there were so many minerals in the soil. And so back then, if somebody ate like one bowl of spinach, they would get all of the nutrition that they need from that. But because of the mass production of food and the way that it's being produced, the soil is now depleted. So there's barely any nutrition, barely any minerals left in the soil. And the question is that if that nutrition is not in the soil, then how is it going to be in the foods that we eat? So even when we are eating really healthily and we're adding salads and lots of vegetables and fruit in our diet, the truth is we still need that extra supplement to fill that nutrition gap that we're dealing with. All right, so I highly recommend the supplements from this company called USANA Health Sciences, and the reason is that we've actually compared so many different products. We've tried so many different products before, but what we found with USANA is that their products are, firstly, they're pharmaceutical grade. So that means that they are made to a really high standard, and they compared with most supplements in the market, which are food grade. So the government regulation on food grade supplements is actually not very much. So most of the times you don't even know what the quality of that supplement would be, right? Luckily for us, there are different research studies that are being done, and one of them is called the NutriSearch Comparative Guide to Nutritional Supplements, where the author Lyle McWilliam got together with a whole team of scientists, and he's actually they've actually checked all the different supplements that are in the market, and they've rated them based on their quality. And so